Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest, messiest challenges in our water systems, something called biosolids. You know, it's all the organic stuff that's left over after we treat wastewater. But this isn't just a story about getting rid of waste. Nope, it's about completely transforming it.
I mean, what if they were actually resources just waiting to be unlocked? That's the big question we're diving into today. How a massive liability can actually be flicked into a whole series of valuable assets for a community. Okay, so before we get to the cool new solution, we've got to understand why the old way of doing things just isn't cutting it anymore. And honestly, it's hitting a breaking point from pretty much every angle.
At its heart, it's just simple math, right? More people means more wastewater. And more wastewater means, well, more of this biosolid sludge. The sheer volume is starting to overwhelm the systems we have in place.
And on top of that, we're now facing risks we didn't even know about a few years ago. I'm talking about those nasty forever chemicals, or PFAS. They're in the biosolids, and the old method of just spreading this stuff on farmland, well, that now means we could be putting these contaminants right into our soil and water. Not good.
And then you've got the weather. With climate change, we're seeing way more heavy rain, more flooding, and just longer wet periods in general. And you can't exactly go spread this stuff on fields that are totally waterlogged. So the whole disposal method is becoming super unreliable, and it's creating some serious logistical headaches.
This really lays out the perfect storm of problems. You've got the environmental risks with PFAS, you've got massive carbon emissions from all the trucks hauling this stuff around. It's totally dependent on good weather. And, maybe most importantly, communities are getting really concerned about having this spread on land near them. The takeaway is crystal clear. This model is broken.
But hey, where there's a problem, there's an opportunity for a brilliant solution. So let's shift gears and look at how we can build a totally different model, one that isn't about just disposing of waste, but about regenerating it.
And the answer is a brand new type of facility. The whole point of this place isn't just to get rid of a problem. It's designed to fundamentally change it. It takes this waste, this liability, and uses some amazing technology to turn it into things the community can actually use.
And this comparison just makes it so obvious. You go from high emissions to almost no emissions. Instead of spreading risk, you get complete control over contaminants. You go from an unreliable system that depends on the weather to one that works 24/7 all year round. Bottom line, you stop managing a waste product and you start creating valuable resources. It's a complete paradigm shift.
Okay, so how in the world does this actually work? Let's pull back the curtain and take a peek inside the process that makes this whole amazing transformation possible.
It's basically a 5-step journey. First, the biosolids come in and get dried out. Then, they go into the special thermal conversion chamber. Think of it like a super hot oven, but with very little oxygen. This process breaks the material down and creates two key things: a solid, carbon-rich material called biochar, and a gas called syngas. That gas is immediately captured and used to generate clean energy to help power the facility itself. And then finally, any leftover emissions go through this intense, multi-stage cleaning system to make sure what comes out is squeaky clean.
Now let's talk about that solid stuff, biochar, because this is the real game changer. This isn't waste anymore, it's a valuable product. It's a super stable, carbon-packed material that has all these incredible uses. You can mix it into soil to make it healthier, use it for water filtration, and here's the best part. It locks that carbon away for a long, long time, basically taking it right out of the atmosphere. So all this technology is cool, but what does it actually mean for us, for our communities, and for the planet? This is where the story gets really, really good. First up, probably the single biggest win for the environment. Remember those PFAS forever chemicals we were worried about? Well, this high-heat process is designed to obliterate them with over 99.99% efficiency. It basically eliminates the risk of them ever getting into our environment. That's huge. Next up, traffic. Just look at this chart, it speaks for itself. The old way meant endless fleets of trucks rumbling down local roads, causing noise, creating safety hazards, and pumping out tons of emissions. The new facility is centralized, which means that long-haul trucking just disappears. The reduction is massive. So for folks living in the community, the benefits are real, and you can feel them. Fewer trucks means safer, quieter roads. It means creating good, stable, high-skilled jobs right there in the local area. And it gives everybody way more confidence that our essential water systems are being managed safely and with the future in mind.
And the list of wins for the environment is just as awesome. You're stopping contaminants cold before they ever touch the soil. You're slashing the carbon footprint. You're producing clean energy on site,
which means less reliance on fossil fuels. And you're kickstarting a whole new market for a sustainable green product. It's a win-win-win-win.
So let's just zoom out for a second. This one facility is about so much more than just dealing with waste a little bit better. It's really a blueprint for a whole different way of thinking about the future.
And you can see the ambition right here. This isn't about just keeping up. The goal is to become a leader, to set the absolute best-in-class standard for how to deal with tough contaminants like PFAS, and in the process, to build an entire new, sustainable market for biochar right here at home.
So if you take one thing away from this, it should be this. We have to stop calling it a waste plant. It's not. It's a resource factory. It's a vital piece of the puzzle for building a true circular economy, one where the waste from one system becomes the valuable starting material for another.
And that really leaves us with one final, exciting question. If we can completely flip the script on this one massive waste stream, what other big problems out there in our cities, our industries, are just waiting for us to look at them in a completely new way?